Hello fellow orchid lovers, it's Danielle here with a video. It's been quite a while since I spoke to you all, and I hope that you all enjoyed the rest of your summer and are getting ready for the fall season, and that you're all doing well and your families are all well. I'm sorry I haven't been posting. Some of you may know I lost one of my dogs beginning of August, and I haven't been handling it very well, so it's been difficult for me to even think about posting. But I'm trying to focus on other things to kind of cheer me up, and our orchids are so beautiful that and there's a lot going on in here that I'd like to show you. Quite a few things, unfortunately, that I missed posting because, time. It's been a while since I posted. I think beginning of August is probably the last post, and that one was scheduled. So, yeah, so I'll just bring you around and show you what's going on. If you want to leave in the comments anything that you're curious about that I don't show you in the video that you're wondering how it's doing, I would love to share with you whatever you're interested in my collection. So a lot of the phals have dropped their blooms, as you can tell. I mean, it is fall, so it's not really Phalaenopsis season, although I do have a few spikes still. This is Elegant Care and Aloha, and this spike she's had for quite a while now. She just keeps extending it, and now she's giving me another spike. She's always been an overachiever. So that's good. I'm getting another spike from, there you go, you can see it now, from this orchid, which is my oldest Phalaenopsis. I've had her since 2016, I believe. So she's giving me another spike. I have another spike from her twin. They both have the same blooms. There's a spike, I don't know if you can see it. I gotta raise her out of the glass because it's gonna hit the side of the glass soon. This is one of my newer phals. She developed the spike after I got her. So I've had her for, I don't know, probably six or 7 months now. So her original spike died and I cut that back, and then she developed this spike, and she also is continuously extending it. She keeps putting out more and more. This is Aubrey. This is named after my niece. She is a constant bloomer too. She's got another, oops, gotta keep it in the frame here. She's got another spike coming there, and then she's got, I think she has another one somewhere else. She's also an overachiever. Who else has a spike? I think this one has a spike coming. Let's see. Am I remembering correctly? Is that a spike there? Yeah, so she's got a spike there. My Phalaenopsis that I love, my Violacea cross that I thought I was losing, she did not die. She is still with us. If you'll remember, she dropped a leaf back here, turned yellow, and then her crown leaf, the last leaf that she had produced, turned yellow, and I thought I was losing her, but she pushed out another leaf from the crown. And now I see signs of another one, so I think she's gonna make it. I guess there must have been just a little bit of water damage and not the crown itself that was damaged. So that's really good news, because I was very sad to lose her because she's my favorite. My Equestrius, I don't know if you remember, but it lost all of its leaves. Like all of its leaves, and I decided to do an experiment because the root system was still good, and I heard that you can still save a leafless orchid. So I just kept watering her, and sure enough, she put out new leaves. So she came back. This Equestria, she's weird. When I first got her, she was like a light hog. She just wanted light, lots and lots of light, and now not so much. She has changed her mind, and if I put direct light on her, her leaves can't tolerate it. So now she's more of a shade plant. She's moody, I guess. My Victoria Regina is doing really good. This is her second cane that she's putting out. This is her older cane here, but as you can see, her root system's doing really well. These are the experiment orchids, and I don't know if that's a spike down there. Something's happening. It might just be another leaf, but this one has bloomed before, so maybe it's a spike. I don't know. It's got to grow a little bit more before we'll know for sure. My pink girl is putting out another spike. She's another one that blooms quite frequently. This keiki grew on this spike in water. I didn't think that could happen. I didn't think there was enough energy in a spike to produce a keiki after it was separated from the actual mother plant, but apparently there is. It just goes to show how much energy is stored in these spikes, because I cut this off while it was still in bloom because the plant was suffering. I don't usually cut spikes, but she was clearly suffering and her roots were all bad. She has since grown some new roots, but I didn't want to lose her. So I cut the spike off, and while it was still in bloom, it stayed in bloom for a while, and then all the blooms fell off and it produced a keiki. So I didn't know that was possible. But I've always believed there's a lot of energy in a spike, so I try not to cut them off, even of a plant that's in trouble, because I feel like the plant can then absorb those nutrients and potentially use those nutrients to save itself. But in this case I did, and it grew a keiki. My pendulum's doing really, really well. I am so pleased because I know this is a really hard dendrobium to grow because they're so prone to rot. But as you can see, her newest cane, I got her with this cane and this little cane, and this bloomed for me last year. And then she grew this cane this year and this keiki this year as well. And she's doing really good. So I'm really proud that she hasn't rotted and died. She has a pretty good root system too. It goes down into the glass. Unlike that one, most of it kind of stayed on the top. This one, the roots were smart enough to go down into the glass. I have another spike on this Phalaenopsis coming. There's a few more up. Oh, there's one right there. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. This is pretty bright. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you. You see that? I don't know if there's any over here that have spikes, but a lot of my Intergenerics have spikes. This is my penny candy. This blooms for me every year reliably. Beautiful, nice spike. And it actually does have a fragrance, and to me it is sweet, almost like candy, but it's not like overpowering. You really have to put your nose in there to smell it. And then back here, my Saiku Marguerite, she's doing her thing again this year. So she's got some spikes. She works on her spikes for a really long time. This one bloomed, and I'm sorry I didn't show you. This is the rescue one that from Seattle Orchids that I almost got rid of, but I was able to save her, and she did bloom. She gave me several blooms, and they have since died back. So I'm sorry I didn't share that with you. My Shari babies are all blooming. So I have this spike that arches over and goes back down there, and then she's got another spike coming. I have several Shari babies down here and right here that have spikes. I have another Shari baby over there on that shelf. She has several spikes. They're very small at this point though. My Vanda, my Sensei Blue, has another spike coming, but it's back up in there. I'll show it to you when it's a little bit bigger. My Spectacebal also has spikes coming. If you can see that there, that little nub. Several canes have those nubs. And she's bloomed for me before, so I love her blooms. I'm very excited about that. This is my my favorite Wilsonara. This is Brennan Scarp Barfield, I think, or yeah. Which is not a romantic name at all, but I guess the guy wanted his name on the orchid, but it's so pretty. I mean, the different color variations are so nice. And the last time it bloomed, it was a lot more like orangey and like a burnt umber color. And this time it's more yellow with pink edges. So it's different. It's interesting. Really pretty. And she's starting to go over. She's been in bloom for a while, so I wanted to get you in here to get a look at it. I do have several of my intergenerics, like I said, in spikes. So I have quite a few spikes coming, and I'll show you them, you know, a little bit closer as they come into bloom. My tropic lily actually bloomed, and I'm sorry I didn't show you. She was one of my project orchids to see if I could save her, and she's doing really good because she bloomed. What else? I have my popcorn put out another spike since I showed. So this is the last video I think I posted, was the popcorn care collab, and she had a spike at the time. That one has died back, and then she put out another one, but that one's on the way out too. I have some Tolumnias in blue, spike, which I am shocked about. I've struggled to get my Tolumnias to bloom, but we have one there. And then if we go down here, we have one that's opening. So this one, I forget what the name is. I took all the tags for my Tolumnias got all messed up, so I don't remember her name. I want to say it's like Snow White or something like that, but I don't remember 100%, but it's really cute blooms. And I'm really pleased because, like I said, I struggled to get them to bloom, so I'm happy that she has decided to give me a spike. My Twinkle is also spiking. My vanilla plant is going ballistic. If you'll remember when I got her, it was like approximately this long, and now it has arched up and gone back over, and she has a new lead that she started. So she's doing really good. What else? While we were down by the cats, I should have shown you. I have a spike starting here on my BLC Mary's Glory. She blooms on almost every cane. I have a new bloom in the grow room. I've never, I got her, her blooms were all crumpled and dry when I got her last summer, I want to say. I think last summer I got her. This is, if I can find the tag. She didn't want to give it up. This is LC Secret Love KB, which I cannot focus on. There we go. And she's beautiful. I mean, cameras never really do justice to these blooms. I'm sure you probably know that if you try to take pictures or film, but she is stunning. It's very iridescent, like it's coming through very one note on the camera here, but it's very pale in here. The lip is just fabulous, so beautiful, and she does have a fragrance. It's not like, you know, gonna hit you in the face when you walk in the room, but just beautiful. And she gave me 4 blooms, so really pleased with that for a first time bloom. I don't know if any of my other Cattleyas have any sheaths that I can look forward to. This one turned out to be a blind sheath on this one. This is my Volcano Queen that everybody loves, and unfortunately the sheath, nothing happened, so, and that's not like her. I was kind of upset about that. These just went over like maybe yesterday. They were fine. So I'm sorry that I again didn't get you in here in time. This is, I think I'm probably gonna have trouble with this one too. No, okay, came out. This is my LC Final Blue. This has bloomed for me 3 or 4 times since last October. So she's pretty constantly growing a new growth and blooming. She's very reliable. I got her as a bag baby, so she was a little tiny little thing, and she has just thrived so well. So that's good. My Neophonetia falcata, which I think is now Vanda, whatever. This is her 3rd spike, I think, so far this year. It might even be her 4th. I don't know. I'd have to take her out and count the old spikes, but she has 2 more coming. This orchid is so funny. I got her a couple years ago, and she never bloomed for me. And then all of a sudden, she doesn't stop. Like, if she literally she's always working on a spike. And you know, that's not me complaining. That's me just kind of surprised. And I do love, love, love the pink. It's like a fluorescent pink. And I love the way that blooms, like with the spur, the little bud with the spur. And then it turns pink and then it opens. And it does have a heavenly fragrance. Really, really beautiful. I did have 3 Shelob Tolkien spikes. And this is the last one. And as you can see, it's not going to be with us much longer. So again, that's another thing I missed showing you. This right here is also very fascinating. This is my my wildcat, and this is the 3rd spike from the same bulb, which I've never seen an orchid do that, and I don't know if anyone else has, but she put out a spike about 6 months ago. It was huge. If you'll remember, it was like all the way up here. And it was just a single spike. And then when that died, she put out another spike from the other side of the bulb. And then that died. And now she's putting out another spike from the same bulb. So 3 spikes from the same bulb. I've never seen that before, but I'll take it. So yeah, so she's heading towards the light there. My microchip was out of bloom for just like maybe a few weeks, and then she started blooming again. I did a spider mite treatment, so the blooms that were open did not care for it. But as you can see, she's got quite a few spikes coming. She did quite a show for us this year. If you'll recall, she was literally covered in blooms. So I wish she would just kind of take a break, because I think she needs to recoup, but they have minds of their own. I showed you this Shari Baby spike as well, so that's doing good. This orchid, this is one of my newer phals. I really enjoyed the blooms, so I don't usually buy Phalaenopsis anymore, but yeah, she was really pretty, so she kind of struck my interest, so I decided to grab her. And this one came out with tulips, which I think is really cool. Yeah, so I'm sure there are a few things that I'm forgetting that I could be showing you, but that's basically how the collection's doing right now. You know, it's fall, so there's not as much going on in here as maybe some of the other times I've brought you in, but there are things to come, spikes that are developing, so, you know, I'll definitely try to post updates. Again, if there's any particular plant or series of plants or video series, like my experiment series, that you want an update on, just let me know. Otherwise, again, I hope you guys all had a good end of your summer, and I will talk to you all next time.